tonight, a report on a dog found safe 4 days after running from a collision. And people in Moses Lake celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. What's happening in sports, Bob?
The Big Ben running Vikes get back-to-back wins, and Warden boys lay 76 on White Swan. Here's a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, meteorologist Mike Sines. Storm system number 1's making its way on in here. Storm system number 2 coming in here Thursday into Friday. Will it fall as rain or snow coming up?
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A dog missing since last week's fatal collision near Moses Lake was found safe on Monday afternoon. The 4-year-old pit bull named Jenny was found by a sheriff's deputy on Road P Southeast, nearly 6 miles away from where she went missing. The Jeep she was riding in collided with a pickup truck on Road O Southeast. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, the dog was found in good shape, and the deputy is contacting the family members looking for her. A 31-year-old Portland woman died and 2 other people were injured in the collision. The Sheriff's Office is investigating. Soap Lake is holding a public hearing on Wednesday to get comments on the city's proposed Parks and Recreation Plan. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
Soap Lake residents have the chance to comment on the proposed Parks and Recreation Plan to the City Council on Wednesday. The council is holding a public hearing during their weekly meeting, which starts at 5:30 at the Soap Lake City Hall. Participants will have up to 3 minutes to address the council and offer input on the plan only. Comments regarding other city business will be heard during a different part of the meeting. The Park and Recreation Committee has been meeting since July 2014 to update the previous Park and Recreation Plan from 2000. The plan was developed with assistance from the Grant County Health District and the Washington State University's Rural Community Design Initiative. Public input from 4 workshops and a community survey have been incorporated into the draft plan, according to city officials. When adopted, the plan will guide the city in the design and development of parks, trails, and other recreational facilities for at least the next 10 years. In Soap Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
An adult and 2 children were inside a car damaged by gunfire Sunday night in Quincy. Police responded to a vehicle being shot just before 9 p.m. in the area of 5th Avenue Southeast and 8th Street Southeast. Several bullet holes were reportedly found inside a parked vehicle. According to Quincy Police Sergeant Paul Snyder, the 3 people inside the car were not injured. 2 suspects reportedly fled in a vehicle that was later located by Ephrata police. They were arrested and taken to the Quincy Police Department, where they were questioned and released. Their vehicle and the victim's vehicle were impounded. Quincy police are working to get a search warrant for the suspect's vehicle. The police declined to provide any additional information. A man allegedly fired a sawed-off shotgun before fleeing into a home in Larson. Grant County Sheriff's deputies responded to at least 1 shot fired outside a home in Vanderburg Loop on Friday, where witnesses reportedly saw a man running from the sidewalk and into a residence. According to the Sheriff's Office on Monday, deputies claim they were given permission by a woman to enter the residence. She allegedly told police nobody was inside the home and her dog was in one of the bedrooms. Deputies opened a bedroom door and reportedly found Glenn Prater, a 33-year-old Moses Lake man, and a sawed-off shotgun and ammunition. Prater was arrested for being a felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a dangerous weapon, and reckless endangerment. According to court records, Prater was convicted of a felony in 1999 as a juvenile. In October of 2014, Prater was charged for 4 counts of assault in the 2nd degree. According to the Moses Lake police, he allegedly used bear spray in a pub, affecting more than 15 people after an argument. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
This weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors. I'm meteorologist Mike Sines with a look at your weather headlines for this evening. We are going to continue to see snow tonight. It's going to continue tonight. Warming patterns are going to start building in warmer temperatures, and that means the precipitation that I'm forecasting will not fall as snow into the middle of the week. It'll actually fall as rain, which is good because some of us need a little bit of break from snow from time to time. Taking a look at the almanac for us here in Ephrata, low of 35. As far as winter precip goes, only in 100th of an inch. That's 0.001. And as we take a look right now outside, we are currently sitting at 36 degrees with snow falling present, and it's going to continue that way, but where there's also another system on the way. Here's a look at my storm track, folks. The first one heading to us, this is storm number 1. This is going to be tonight into Wednesday, and it's going to taper off, but you can already see it coming on shore here as a low pressure system going to continue to bring us snow throughout the evening, so just do keep that in mind. And then another system I'm tracking, storm system number 2. This is going to affect us Thursday as Friday. The air, though, is just not cold enough in the atmosphere for it to fall as snow. It'll then be warm all the way from the top down, and it will fall as rain. Again, storm system 1 continue to make its way in here, and then storm system number 2 going to be affecting us Thursday into Friday. And look, there's even a nice little distance between these that'll give us a break for tomorrow. Taking a look at my Futurecast model here, we can already see snow is going to continue to fall throughout the overnight hours as we make our way into 9:30 p.m. Yakima, as well as for us here in Ephrata, we're going to be seeing snow and that kind of mixture of snow right there on the border of the snow and rain line, also falling this mixed precipitation. And then rain, as you can see, warmer air already pushing in, bringing rain for portions west of us. And then by 5 o'clock in the morning, we are still going to see snow out towards the eastern portion of the state. However, we are going to clear up by the time Wednesday picks around. And then already Wednesday evening, look out in Port Angeles, they're already seeing the rain that'll be moving in here for Thursday into Friday, that second system that I just showed you on the satellite. Taking a look as far as weather conditions go for Wednesday, temperatures into the 50s and 40s at a state level as we take a closer look here. 38 for us here in Ephrata and 40 out into Moses Lake. My extended outlook calling for a 70% chance to see showers and storms Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday. We are going to see a slight break, calling for partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies for Sunday and Monday. Rain chances return again Tuesday, 40%. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned. Sports next.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PUD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Brittany Guerrero scored 13 points. pickpocketed the Lady Eagles 6 times, and Mapton blew past Soap Lake 66-21 Friday. The game was never in doubt as the Lady Vikings jumped up top 21-4 after the first quarter was in the books. Soap Lake inched a bit closer with an 11-point second quarter, but still trailed 38-15 at intermission. Sammy White led the Eagles with 7 points. Evelyn Lopez had 6. The Soap Lake boys dropped a 59-49 contest to Mapton. J.R. Delgado scored a career-high 31 points. Adam Richens knocked down a career 21, and Warden got past White Swan 76-63 Saturday. The Cougars had their hands full in this one, with the score knotted 17-all at the end of the first quarter. A high-scoring second quarter had Warden up 43-36 at intermission. Cougar sharpshooters were on their mark in the third quarter as the team exploded for 22 points. Warden stretched its lead to as many as 18 points in the final 8 minutes. The Cougars moved to 4-1 in Central Washington 2B League play and 10-2 overall with the win. Elmira Cooley Heartline boys moved to 13-0 on the season with a 54-21 home win over Republic. Dallas Isaac led all scores with 14 points. Dawson Bromeyer added 11. Logan Bonnet finished with 10. The Warriors dominated all phases of the game to go up early, 33-10 at the half. The Lady Warriors were put to the test in a 58-50 win over the Tigers. This one was close the entire way. ACH held a 29-21 lead at the break. Republic closed the gap to 42-40 with a 19-point third quarter. The Warriors responded with a 16-10 run down the stretch to win it. The Tigers' Shania Graham hit for a game-high 26 points. Brenna Oliver led the way for ACH with 17 points. Gabby Isaac finished with a double-double, 12 points and 12 rebounds. The Running Vikes picked up a couple of NWAC East Region wins over the weekend to move to 3-0 in league play. Riker Pierce hit for a game-high 31 points, and Keyshawn Liggins added a double-double, 21 points and 14 rebounds in a wild 90-85 win at Blue Mountain Friday. Moga Ledoux finished with 20 points. The Running Vikes blew out the Chuckers 110-60 in Treasure Valley Saturday. 5 players scored in double figures in the 50-point win. Moga Ledoux led the Big Ben Assault with a 25-point, 12-rebound effort. Riker Pierce knocked down 17 points. Leo Berend hit for 14. J.J. Eli added 13, and Keyshawn Liggins finished with 12. The Lady Vikings tripped up at Blue Mountain and Treasure Valley. The Timberwolves blew open a close contest with a 25-4 third quarter run, and Big Ben dropped the contest 65-50 Friday. The Chuckers dealt the Lady Vikings an 84-71 loss in Treasure Valley Saturday. Big Ben trailed 32-27 at the break and was unable to make up ground in the second half. Mackenzie Winley led the team with a 2-day total, 31 points. Max Shilley added 24. McKenna Mitchell finished with 18. Big Bend is back on the hardwood Wednesday evening when Columbia Basin College comes to town. iFIBER Communications will be broadcasting both games live. The Lady Vikings kick off the action at 6. We'll be back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration in Moses Lake, a tradition dating back at least 30 years in Grant County. Reporter Joe Utter was there and has the story.
People packed the Moses Lake Civic Center Monday night to celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy. The annual Martin Luther King Jr. celebration included performances from the children at the Arambe Theater in Moses Lake, under the direction of Kathy Gardner and joined by students from Knowles Vista Elementary School. The president of the Martin Luther King Jr. Committee, Charlie Jones, said the committee has celebrated King's birthday for at least 30 years. Jones has been committee president every year, but announced Monday night he is stepping down and will take a smaller role for the celebration. A new president will be named later this year, and plans are to keep the celebration going. Miranda Bridges, the company's vice president, said Monday's celebration helps keep Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream alive and help strengthen the community. And an emotional reminder of Martin Luther King's dream, Reverend Placido Lindsay recited King's I Have a Dream speech, bringing tears for a few people in the audience.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
Lindsay also shared a message of seeking equality and justice through Martin Luther King.
Dr. King made a quote I read the other day. It said that we might have gotten here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. And as I look out tonight and as I look over the community, I think that rings true, that we might have got here by different ways and different means, but we're all in the same boat now, amen? We're all in the boat that we are struggling for equality and we are struggling for peace, amen? Amen.
The featured guest speaker at this year's event was Reverend Albert Wilkins from the Morning Star Baptist Church in Pasco, who delivered a message about King's life during his sermon. Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, created by President Ronald Reagan in 1983. The country began celebrating the federal holiday 3 years later, on the third Monday of January, near the Reverend's birthday on January 15th. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed in 1968. If he was still alive, he would be 87 this year. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. 2 people were injured when a Soap Lake man's car struck a tree on State Route 2, about 12 miles north of East Wenatchee. According to the Washington State Patrol, Jose Baera Gonzalez, a 21-year-old man, was driving a 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse East on SR2 on Sunday when he reportedly drove off the road to the left and collided with a tree. He was not hurt, but his 2 passengers, Furman Baera Lopez, a 27-year-old Aberdeen man, and Jose O. Baera Gonzalez, a 22-year-old Wenatchee man, were injured. Furman was taken to Confluence Health Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee for his injuries. Jose O. was treated on scene. The State Patrol issued tickets to the driver for unsafe lane travel, driving without a valid license, and not having liability insurance. A woman reportedly attacked another woman in a case of road rage near a Moses Lake Elementary School. Moses Lake police responded to a complaint about road rage leading to a fight near Longview Elementary School on Friday afternoon. Officers were reportedly told by the female victim how a driver was honking her horn and yelling at her when the victim's vehicle came to a stop at an intersection about a block from the school. The suspect reportedly got out of her pickup truck and began punching the woman's vehicle. According to Moses Lake police on Monday, the suspect reportedly grabbed the victim through the driver's side window, and when the victim got out of her car, the two began fighting. Police are looking for the suspect and is described as a Caucasian woman, about 5'4" tall, weighs about 120 pounds, long brown hair, large tattoo on her chest, and a scar at the base of her nose. The suspect was last seen driving a white pickup truck with an unknown company logo on the side. Anyone with information about the suspect or the assault is asked to call the Moses Lake Police at 509-764-3887. People can provide books to Ephrata students to read. Ephrata's Parkway Middle School is holding its 4th annual Literacy Night between 4:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. on February 11th at the school. The event is aimed at promoting literacy. People can bring in gently used children's books to donate, participating in events, take a sample of the Smarter Balance test, a new state standardized test, and enjoy a free baked potato dinner. According to Dominique Brock, Parkway's reading specialist, the event is aimed at showing how literacy can apply to every aspect of a person's life. The books collected at the event are distributed during the school summer breakfast program. For more information, contact Bract at 509-760-1419. In Northwest News, workers at Portland International Airport crowded the terminals on Monday as part of a protest over minimum wage. KATU's Bob Hay has a story.
PDX on this holiday is usually pretty quiet. Some workers hardly get noticed.
Oh, we're making a statement today, that's for sure.
On this day, airport workers gathered inside the airport terminal, determined to be heard.
Fighting for 15, we shall not be moved.
They sang and sat in front of the Alaska Airlines ticket counter. One employee says the group wants more of a commitment from the airline to work with their new union.
We shall not be moved.
Organizers are also pushing to unionize more contract employees at Portland International Airport and a $15 an hour minimum wage.
Whose airport? Our airport!
Julie Hayden works as an airport janitor.
Minimum wage now is living in poverty. And for someone working 40 hours a week, you know, we're struggling. You know, I have to work overtime.
The Port of Portland, which runs PDX, released a statement that says, in part, the Port of Portland is broadly supportive of efforts to decrease income inequality in our region within the context of things that are in our control and do not place PDX businesses and passengers at an economic disadvantage vis-a-vis other citizens in the region. But the statement added, we support efforts that do not have significant negative impacts on our regional economy or competitiveness.
We can see your greed inside.
Vicky Gobo, pushed by one of the airport's newly unionized workers, thinks they deserve higher pay.
Oh, I think because the cost of living has gone up so much and the wages haven't kept up. So I think in order to live well or within your means, you need more money than what they're getting now.
Whose airport? Our airport!
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.